Hi, I'm Lee. Welcome back to the channel. Fix It for Reselling. We went over to a jumble trailer in Ramsbottom, and one of my subscribers was going to give me this, but I gave her £2 for it. It's the Moana, I think it's Maui Fish Hook. These can be quite good on eBay. It could be worth about 20 quid. But she said this one's not working, so it doesn't light up. So we've got the cover. I've put the batteries in there, and let me turn some lights out. The camera's going to adjust anyway to make it brighter. When we're on Try Me, no, that's not working. Battery's gone flat. 2 seconds. Right, more batteries installed. So we're on Try Me. Oh, it's still not doing it now. Right, now it is doing it. It's doing funny things. So on Try Me, that's working. When you put it to on, not doing anything. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. Maybe it's a switch problem. Maybe it's a button problem. But anyway, let's take this apart, have a look, see what's wrong, see if we can fix it. Alright, firstly, let's check our batteries. Which end is it? Yes, no, it probably was that end. These batteries are a bit low. So that's only reading 4 volts and it should be 4.5. Now there has been battery leakage in here. The contacts, the terminals, battery terminals, contacts are a bit rusted, so not the best thing in the world. Right, what's this reading now? Yeah, so that's 4.6 volts, so that's got the full reading. Let's try it again. Try Me. Try Me is working fine. But, like I say, on. Not working. Right, so let's undo all the screws that are all in the holes around here. And see if we can see if any of this battery leakage has done any damage underneath. I won't bore you with taking all these screws out. So actually I probably haven't got to take them all out, just need to get the handle out. You've got all the wires going up into the middle. Got enough room to turn this over. Right, so this is basically it, the inside of it. A couple of little circuit boards, battery contacts. All the connections seem fine in that. Hang on, I can already see one wire that's not connected there. Trouble is, where does that go? Does that go down to the end of there? That looks like where it should be going. We've got a connection. It was over down here. I don't know whether you can see on that point, there's nothing connected. See, that's our loose wire, and there's nothing on this pin here, so that could be what our problem is. Can't see any screws in there that's holding that in, and it doesn't look like it wants to slide out. But let's see if we can get our tweezers and our soldering iron in down there. So we can just use our tweezers to hold this in place. Just there. And without trying to without melting all the other plastic around it, let's give the soldering iron tip a quick clean. Let's just see if we can reconnect this. Probably should have stripped some of the insulation back, but that looks like it's connected and on. Just going to drop a touch more solder onto it. Just onto that pad. That's definitely got it. And that hopefully is probably fixed. Not going to bother about changing the battery contacts in this one. I'll just see if I can give them a little scrub up and clean. Right, so let's do it now. Try me. Works. Turn it on. Oh, zoom out again. Right, so on Try Me, still works. Now we turn it on. Oh, nothing still. Is this switch dirty? Is there a bit of crap under here? I bet this board is probably like glued down into place. Bet it is. Right, let's get our multimeter under continuity and make sure this switch has got a contact, which it has. If it's there. Nope, it's not that one. So that's a Try Me. That's in the off position. And what is started smoking then? I think I've just shorted something. Oops. Right, spray down here with some isopropyl alcohol, some IPA. If there's any glue in there, hopefully that will loosen a bit of it. It'll also clean all your switches. Just take the batteries out. That was easy. So that green wire that was hanging off, where is that going to? That's going up into here. All these other wires in here are connected. And everything on this board looks fine as far as I can see. Everything down on there looks good. Although it is so small, it's impossible to tell. Oh, so what is this? Touching something here. Setting it off. Well, I think that is that. I think that is the motion switch. What is it? Okay, I think we've just stumbled across it. The soldering on the back of this, I want to say capacitor, but it's not. SW18010P. Is that one of the things that detects when you, because when you hit this thing, it sets it off. If that's anything to do with detecting it, let me resolder the back of these, take the batteries out. I mean, it's marked on the board SM2, so we don't know what it is, but yeah, you can see. Let me zoom in there. Let me zoom in. Right, so these are the two pins we're looking at, and if you see that I wobble this, you can see this wobbling as I move it. It shouldn't do that. Ah, broken trace, look there. Now I've zoomed in. Trace is broken, it's lifting it off the board. These things are so tiny. Is it possible to see that? I've just seen that looking into my camera lens, or looking on my camera screen, because it's zoomed right down. Can't actually even see that with these goggles on. Yeah, so I think that has actually torn that trace. Right, what I'm going to do is just scrape a bit of this conformal coating off there, or the coating they put on the board to cover the copper up. I'm just going to try and turn it so hopefully I can show you it. I'm going to try and get this in shot because this is super thin. I'm probably going to move out of shot as soon as I sit back down. Yeah, so that's where I think you can see the trace is broken. So all we're going to do is you can see the trace where it goes along the top. So I'm just going to use a blade just to scrape back that blue coating. Going to get us back to our copper trace, hopefully. That doesn't even look like it's copper under there. That track definitely looked broken. Could see it wobbling and all sorts. So I'm just going to run a bit of solder over there now where I've just scratched that back. Because that will definitely bridge that track and make it a bit stronger. There we go. Right, so we put some batteries in and see what happens now. So if I tap it, it goes off properly now, which is what it should be doing. And if I press the button when it's finished playing around, yep, there we go, we're done. So button's now working, that is on the on position, that's the try me, that's the off, that's the on position. So the button's working, and it also works when you tap it. Move you around. So yeah, tap it, goes off. Let's turn that light up. Yeah, so I think that what looks like a long capacitor is something to do with the motion sensor. And I'm sure that trace was cracked. When I look back at the footage, I'll have a look, but it definitely wasn't connected anyway. Either the soldering it back down got it working, or the join across that track that I've put in there. Yeah, but we also had that wire hanging off, so that wouldn't have helped it. Right, I don't think it matters which way on our switch goes back on there. Slide this back into its slots. It is a nice tight fit in there. Okay, and then this went on here because I twisted the handle round. Try and get the holes lined up. So that's in there. I want to make sure there's no wires going to be trapped in anything. Maybe someone was just a little bit overzealous with this when they're hitting someone with it. Okay, so that's everything on. Yeah, all these wires that are inside here. Need to be out the way. Down in this hole. So that will now slide on. Yes. Right, let's take the batteries out. We'll put the screws back in. Smaller screw went in the middle one. But this repair should be done. Try me. Doesn't go off, but the button will. That's on try me. I'll turn it off, nothing, so that's all good. We'll turn it on. Will it work? Yeah. Woohoo! There we go, and the button's doing it. I'll wait for it to stop. So you don't have to hit anything, you can just wave it around. So that thing that looks like a capacitor, I think, is a motion sensor. But that's all working. Job done. So we're just going to clean these battery terminals up. So 5 to 10 minutes looking at that, and we fixed it. So although Kathy, my subscriber, was going to give it to me, I gave her £2 for it because it is worth about £2, £20. She's been pestering me to know whether I've got this working or not. But here you go, Kathy. I've got it working now. Now I'm going to sell it on eBay. So if you've got problems with your Moana Maui Fish Hook, light's not working or button's not working, hopefully it's just a loose wire like this. So now hopefully you can go and get yours fixed. I hope you found this video useful. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and hopefully I shall see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.